What is good, everybody? It's your boy Roman Puss back here with some more OPBR. Now, today I wanted to go over kind of a question that I've been getting a lot lately is what is going to be the 2.5 anniversary and who do I think it is? So, well, let's rewind back to the second anniversary there. We got Roger. Right when we got Roger, we got a couple of data leaks that have so far been pretty much 100% accurate. And they have literally told us everything that is going to be coming, not in a specific order, but they've given us units that have been coming. So with this first image that we've got, these are kind of, most of these units we have gotten already. We got Wano Brook, we got Punk Frankie, Young Garb, Young Whitebeard. I don't know why they're holding out on this Jinbei, but for some reason they just don't want to release this Jinbei. This could be, is this Jinbei time skip week? Could be a variety of things, but he's not going to be the 2.5 Annie. And all these other units that we've come across, Dressrosa, Usopp, Carrot, Gaimon, Koala, Vivi Princess, and Wiper. Wiper's the only one we're missing there, so we pretty much accumulated all of these characters so far. Now that leaves us to what's going to be coming next. So we have a bunch of other units that were very underdeveloped. If you look at this image, we've gotten a good chunk of these, but there's a lot of them that who knows when they could come out. So we have Akainu is the second option that potentially could be coming out as the next anniversary unit. We don't really know, but given the way that Bandai's been running it and always sticking to Wano, it's very unlikely that we get Akainu in the 2.5 Annie. Potentially a third Annie. It could be possible. Along with, we have Burgess and Shiryu, not going to be anniversary, but they could be potential Bounty Fest coming up in the several months. But I'm going to talk about that at the later part of the video, where we're going to go over what the next kind of 4 or 5 months are going to entail. Now, a lot of these other characters, we have Chopper Mask is probably going to become with Foxy. They're probably going to be a step-up units. Wano Frankie, we'll talk about that later. Inarashi Nekomamushi, we already got. Jinbei Gyojin, which this one could potentially be the Wano Jinbei. Now, if we rewind back to about August 6th of 2020, we got this other Jinbei that we came across who has still to be released. And I don't know what Bandai's thinking or why they have not released him yet, but we just haven't got him yet. So we're working on that. So far, based off his stats and the way he is, a blue defender with very little stats, he looks like a 3-star, honestly. And that's what most people thought, but no one knows for sure yet. They can completely change those stats, so that Jinbei could very well be a 4-star, he could be a step up, he could be a Bounty Fest, we don't know yet. But back to the anniversary. Now, fast forward a couple months after the second anniversary, we got a little more leaks that kind of showed us what else is coming. We have this Alabasta set that came, which we obviously just ran through. We got Miss Golden Week and Mr. 3 step-ups, and then we had Vivi, Karu, and Pell as the Alabasta Bounty Fest. So that Vivi could be the Princess Vivi, or maybe we have another Vivi waiting for us, who knows. Next, we have the Dressrosa set, which is Virgo, Baby 5, Young Dolphy, and Sugar. Honestly, it's looking like Sugar and Baby 5 are step-ups, and then Virgo and Dolphy Bounty Fests, but we'll see. But they're definitely not going to be the 2.5 Annie. Your most likely candidates for the 2.5 Annie are going to be something like Jack Queen on the Bounty Fest, but I doubt Jack and Queen will be the EX units, because it's just very unlikely for them to be that. So you're most likely looking at Kaido. If you go back to this other image, we had Dragon Kaido in the leaks, along with, you see Dragon Kaido, Afro Luffy, another Luffy. That another Luffy is probably Onigashima Luffy at the time, but we don't know for sure. Then we had Impel Down Bon Clay, which we've gotten, Enies Lobby Robin Wano, another Sanji, which is potentially Raid Suit Sanji for you Raid Suit Sanji fans, Sentomaru, Shiryu, and Usopp Wano. So a lot of these we have gotten, and all of these have been so accurate. Now, that Jinbei that we looked at, it says Water Bullet Jinbei. That's probably that Water Spear Murasame move, and that's going to be spicy. So if we get that Wano Jinbei, that's going to be really cool, and he potentially could be in the next couple months as well. Now, that brings us to the Dragon Kaido. It's the setup of it. Now, as we just got the Onigashima Raid units, we had Luffy Bounty Fest came out as a solo Bounty Fest, and then they put him and attached him with the Law and Kid Bounty Fest. But those are just Bounty Fests. So if we look back to the way they did the Odin banner, they put Kiku and Kawamatsu along with Odin on it. So it's very likely they do the same thing with Dragon Kaido, Jack, and Queen. Now this shouldn't be until the end of August, so it'll be August 20-something, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, somewhere around there, where it'll be Dragon Kaido will be the EX unit, and then Jack and Queen will be on there. Now, it's very unlikely that they're step-ups, but they have never done 2 Bounty Fests and an EX all in one banner. That's kind of a lot, and it kind of seems like they're likely to lose money that way, so I don't know if they'll truly do it. And if they make Jack Queen the step-ups, I'll be very, very sad, and hopefully that's not the case. But they are always willing to try new things. Like, we did get 3 Bounty Fests with the Raid Kid, Law, and Luffy, so it's always possible that we get new things coming at us. So that brings us to the order of, I guess, the Bounty Fest that we're going to be incurring in the next few months. So this is not 100% validated. This is just what someone posted in the Discord of what potential Bounty Fests are going to be in the upcoming months. So we have next month, potentially Soba Mask along with Frankie. Now, many people have been waiting for Soba Mask, so it's very possible that we get him coming up here. He's a big fan. A lot of people are going to spend gems, and Bandai is probably going to try and take your gems before we get the next EX unit. And then along with a Frankie, probably people aren't going to be too hyped for him. And it seems rather odd that we get a Frankie coming up right away, so this is why I don't truly believe that this is going to be coming. Frankie is just, like, we literally just got a Bounty Fest a couple months ago in April, and it doesn't seem likely that we get one right away. Then the following month, which is the 2.5 anniversary, we have Jack and Queen as the Bounty Fest. Now, it is possible for that they do Jack and Queen Bounty Fest, and then maybe a couple days later or a week later, they release Kaido. That is completely and entirely possible. Then the following month, which I know many of you are very excited for, is the Doflamingo Dressrosa like stuff. So you have Young Dolphy, Sugar, Baby 5. I am very excited. I'm willing to pull. I think they're going to be very cool. We'll see what that Dolphy has for us. So that could be around October. And then in November we have Chopper and Luffy. Now, what this Chopper could be, I'm not entirely sure, because we have Monster Chopper. Who knows what Luffy we have? It could be Afro Luffy, and it could be Mask Chopper, but it seems unlikely that the Mask Chopper is going to be a Bounty Fest, especially since we haven't gotten a Brook Bounty Fest yet. That's why I don't 100% believe this, is because we don't have a Brook yet. But we'll find out if come the next Bounty Fest, if it's Soul Mask Frankie, then I think this thing's probably going to be very accurate. Then the following month, we'll maybe finally actually get a Jinbei, but it says undecided there, so who knows when that could happen. That could just be, there's no specific month. That could be December, could be never, I don't know. We're already over a year after that leak that we got from, like, about Jinbei. Actually, we're almost about to approach a year, but it's insane how we have not gotten a new Jinbei yet. And they obviously waited for, like, the hypeness of the episode, so it's kind of crazy to think that we haven't come across him yet. So overall, let's rewind back. We have many units that were only 0 to 1% done. Let's cross off some of the units that we have, and then let's look at the ones that we don't have. So we have a Kainu, very likely possible to be 3rd anniversary, not 2.5, unlikely, so you can forget about him. Burgess, not going to be an EX unit, that's just not going to happen. It's going to be a Bounty Fest. Him and Shiryu will almost 100% be a Bounty Fest together, because many people are hyped for them. They love them. This Chopper Mask could be that Bounty Fest that we were looking at in that other picture. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? We'll see. Foxy is likely to be a step up if he's a Bounty Fest. I personally will be happy, but it's very unlikely that other people will agree with that. Wano Frankie, this is most likely that Frankie that will come with Selva Mask, given they're together. Now, when we say Wano Frankie, my first thought is always the Carpenter Frankie that first showed up, but we might be looking at Raid Frankie, given we're that far now. So that's possible. We didn't really know what to expect because these leaks came out so long ago, so we always initially thought it was going to be the initial Straw Hats when we first approached Wano. But now, since we're later in, it could be the Onigashima Raid units. So Wano Frankie's in there. I'm sorry, Zoro fans, but it's not looking like we have that Wano Zoro, that Raid Zoro that many people are looking forward to. He's just not in here, so you Zoro fans are probably going to have to wait a little bit. But Sanji fans, you're going to reap some benefits here. Inarashi Nekomamushi we got. Jinbei Gyojin, this is the one I think that Water Spear Murasame we're going to be getting. Dragon Kaido is very likely. I'm still confused how they're going to do this, and for those of you that are asking for the hybrid Kaido, it's not going to happen. We're not going to be nowhere near that. It's not happening, so don't expect that for, I don't even think, in 3rd anniversary. There's just no way. Afro Luffy and another Luffy. That another Luffy is most likely that Onigashima Raid Luffy that we got back in May. Afro Luffy is potentially going to come with Foxy. If they are a Bounty Fest, I see Foxy and Afro Luffy as the Bounty Fest. They could come in December, right before 3rd anniversary, because most people don't pull on that Bounty Fest. So Bandai kind of knows the way players are going to react, so they'll probably put a less hype one right before the anniversary, just so people, I don't know, can save their gems. I don't know, they're actually pretty generous about that, to be honest. And then we skip a couple units that we already have. Another Sanji, I'm assuming that's the Soba Mask Sanji. And then Sentomaru's kind of a random one, but he's in there, so that'll be interesting. And then another Rat, Usopp Wano. So And hopefully he's not as obnoxious as Dressrosa Usopp, but we'll find out. I have a feeling they're going to stick to Usopp having the same type of play style, so that will be fascinating to see if we get him and what he does, I don't know, with this order. So that's all I have for you guys. That's all I really wanted to cover. I just wanted to go over a few things. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you guys think is going to be coming? Who do you guys think is going to be running for that 2.5 Annie? It's given they have not left Wano, I think we're like 100% set on Queen Jack and Kaido in the Bounty Fest. So let me know what you guys think down below. I'm going to be answering in the comments as much as I can. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe if you did. If you didn't, that's fine too. But I'm your boy Roman Puss, and I'm going to be taking off. Yeah, holy peace, beautiful people.